I don't see any request. I am asking you if the committee is ready to approve the draft resolution in question. I see no objection. Therefore, the resolution is adopted with these amendments. Therefore, I repeat, the resolution is approved with amendment. I received result of your voting. Number of members with the right to vote, 183. Number of members absent, 95. Number of members number of members present and voting, 58. Number of abstention, 30. Number of vote in favor, 58. Number of vote against, 0. Therefore, the amendment are adopted by 58 votes to 0 with 30 abstentions. That is the result. I thank you.
There are 183 countries who have the right. There are 95 countries who are absent. So 88 countries have voted. So I would like to confirm with you whether we have already reached the quorum.
I think it's perhaps the way we announce the results slightly misleading. When we talk about 95 being absent, that would include those members who are in the room but did not raise their nameplates either for a yes, a no, or an abstention. So the numbers that you read are not indicative of whether there is a quorum present or not, because, as I say, the number of members that we read out as being absent are 95, but that includes those who are genuinely absent and those who are simply not participating in the vote at all. The vote has now closed, so there's no way to go back to it in any event.
The quorum, I think, is 50 plus, huh? So what is our quorum? Do we have a quorum?
Quorum for this meeting is 96 for voting. That's 50% plus, I beg your pardon, 50% plus 1.
I'm asking about the quorum on the amendments. Did we reach on the amendments of Mexico? Did we reach the quorum or not yet?
The results of the voting do not disclose whether there was a quorum or not. As I explained before in respect of the earlier question, because of the way the votes are counted, it's not possible to establish firmly whether there was or the votes don't disclose that themselves.
I need to know what is the limit, how many countries should vote for the amendments to be adopted.
I think I misunderstood what you were asking, Saudi Arabia. I think what you're asking, correct me if I'm wrong, is what is the majority required? How many need to vote in favor and how many vote against? The required majority is a simple majority of the members present and voting. And that is a majority of those who vote either yes or no. So there were, I think, 58 58 member states who voted yes or no. In fact, they all voted yes. So you needed a majority of 58 on that vote for the motion to be carried. And of course, it was 58 to 0. So the actual majority required would have been 29.
Well, according to the classification of the legal for the voting, it's either accept, yes, refuse, no, abstain, and absent. Absent is absent. My question is that right now we are going to count for the quorum. And my question is why we didn't do that before the first voting.
The practice in the Health Assembly is not to proactively count for a quorum unless requested to do so by a member state. So that's the consistent practice before all the votes that we do.
I think the quorum must be 50 plus 1. Half of the members of the who has the right to vote.
I can answer that question. In some bodies, that would be the case, that you would need to have a majority of the members, full stop. That is not what is in our rules of procedure. The required majority, in this case, is set out in Rule 72. So the majority is a majority of those who vote yes or no. And that can be the case even if that number is less than 50% of the members who are entitled to vote.
Well, actually, the legal said the practice. Well, I don't understand what's the meaning of the practice. Is there a precedent, recorded precedent in this regard? Is there something in the rules of procedure saying that the quorum must be asked so we can count? There is a statement said by the legal that the quorum is 96, I think. Yes. Do you have a proof of that?
Well, when I said the quorum is 96, that's how many members need to be present for there to be a quorum. If a quorum is being challenged, we can take a quorum count at this stage.
I would like to just thank my vice chairs, rapporteur, and excellent secretariat support, and wonderful delegations to journey with me, a long journey. But finally, we came to the destination. I thank you. Now. Thank you. So I thought I finished my duty, but I was told that I need to announce that plenary will be organized here. So please remain seated. Plenary is here. Thank you very much.